If you don't know what a game jam is basically where a bunch of developers willingly decide to sacrifice their mental health and all make a game in a very limited amount of time. Now, game jams take weeks, even months of planning to even participate in one, let alone do good in one. Hey, I wonder what game jams are going on right now. Oh, hey, Juniper's hosting a game jam. I wonder when that's gonna... Wait. Yeah, why not? Now, the theme of this game jam was Spin to Win, which I cannot stress to you how good this theme is. Like, literally in the first 30 minutes, I had a really good game idea. At least, that's what I thought of it. Now, I didn't come into this game jam completely unprepared. So here's the plan. Is what I would have said if I was a nerd. Oh god. Now, as soon as Juniper uttered the word spin to win, I immediately thought of fidget spinners. So for this game jam, my idea is pretty simple. You spin a fidget spinner to get money, and well, that's about it. Like I said, I don't really have any plan here, so I'm just gonna figure it out as I go. I'm probably gonna regret this, but whatever. Now, the first thing I did was mock up a quick fidget spinner texture that I could use for the game, because I didn't really know how well I could make a fidget spinner texture in pixel art style, because it's kind of like, you know, odd. But hey, it worked out pretty well, honestly. The next thing I did was set up a quick script in Godot, so I could actually spin the fidget spinner in-game. And with that, we are officially done! Yeah, I'm kidding, of course. We have so much more to do. So the next thing I did was add a background to the game, which looks terrible. Then I also added a button for upgrades, which looks terrible. But if we just wait until the next section, oh, look at that! It looks good now! That's crazy! Thanks, future me. Or I guess past me, that's not really how time works. Anyway, the next thing I did was add functionality to the upgrade buttons, because right now they're just plain buttons that don't do anything when you click on them. And if you ask me, that's not very good gameplay. So after a few hours, a few days, I had a working prototype that allowed you to upgrade different stats of your fidget spinner. And for some reason, I also made the price raise exponentially. So if you really wanted to max out an upgrade, good luck. This is also where I decided to add the best upgrade in the game, by far. The crank. Now you may be wondering, what's the crank? Well, the crank basically just makes your fidget spinner spin faster. And along with the crank, I also added a gear ratio, which makes it so that your fidget spinner spins faster than you're actually spinning it. Which doesn't really make any sense, but come on, it's a game jam. Like, what do you expect? Anyway, I also added a bunch of other base stats that the player can upgrade. So, for example, you have weight, friction, crit chance, crit factor, and that's about it. But it's a good baseline for what we have right now. I also added a type of upgrade button that allows you to unlock new power-ups. Like, for example, you can upgrade your spinner, you can unlock the crank, and many other things that I'll add in the future. Speaking of things that I'll add in the future, I just added a new upgrade called the leaf blower. I wanted to add an upgrade that made it so you didn't have to spin the fidget spinner all the time, so I added an upgrade that sort of spun the fidget spinner for you. But to not make it too overpowered, I added a charge button you had to constantly click to keep it running. But I may have made it too overpowered because if you just max out your friction upgrade, it gets really, really, really fast. Alright, the game is coming along really well, but there's one thing we're missing. Can you hear it? Exactly, you can't. Because we're missing music and sound effects. So I quickly grabbed a random jazz soundtrack that I found on Pixabay and made a few 8-bit sound effects that I could use for the game. Our game is looking quite bland right now, so let's spice it up with some game juice. I first made the fidget spinner start catching fire when it gets up to a certain speed, and it even turns into blue flame when it's fast enough. Right now, when my fidget spinner spins fast enough, it does that thing where it spins backwards, and I'm no expert, but I don't think that's how that works around here. So we're just gonna add some quick motion blur. Alright, maybe a little too much motion blur. There we go, much better. The last thing this game is needing is some camera shake. So I applied some camera shake every time you purchased the power-up. And wow, our game is already looking so much better.
For this very serious and very difficult competition. Don't forget to keep it serious, because seriousness is being added as another category in the judging criteria. This is business. This is the very serious Juniper Dev Game Jam.
Okay, so we have a problem. One of the criterias of the game jam was to make your game serious. And I don't know if you've noticed, but our game is anything but that. So I sat there for hours, thinking and thinking. How could I make my game serious? Then I had an idea. The idea was pretty simple. Instead of changing the entire game, what if I just made a super serious over-the-top cutscene as a grand finale to finish off the game? At first I was gonna make it very serious. But then one of my friends said, "Hey, what if you just make it blow up the moon?" It was such a stupid and silly idea, I just had to include it. So after hours of painstaking work, I present to you the final cutscene. With that, the game is actually done this time. So I made a quick h.io page and uploaded the game. And if I don't forget, I'll leave a link to the game in the description of this video. And in terms of the game jam, I placed around 44th, which is really not that bad. I was actually very surprised by how well I placed in this game jam, given the fact that I really had no plan throughout the entire thing. Anyway, thanks for watching. Please consider subscribing as it helps me out a lot, and it gives me more motivation to do game jams like this.